Hello everyone, this is Group 67 and we're going to give a brief overview of our database management system. I'll start off by going over a couple of the key selling points of our code. First being that we made it very easily extendable in the sense that it can be easily updated to account for new furniture additions to the database. We did this by giving the user options to input based off what was currently in the database and by checking their input against the database. We also use generics for a lot of our methods so that they could be used regardless of what type of furniture was being passed. Uh, Also, we made our program very user-friendly, which will be demonstrated next when we go over a quick demonstration of our code.
Hi, I'm Madeline, and I'm going to take you on a quick walkthrough of the code. So to start, when we run the code, we will be prompted to input a type of furniture category. Say I want to get a lamp. I will type in lamp and hit enter. It'll tell me that this is my chosen category, and I'll continue on to enter more information. If I change my mind, maybe at some point during the program, I can always enter an up arrow. That'll take me back to the previous selection. If I decide I no longer want to place an order, I can enter Q at any point in time to quit the program. If I run it again, I could also enter, say I wanted a chair, I could type it in, but if I miss some of the capitalization or I add an extra space somewhere, the program will automatically account for any leading and trailing white space and for any type of mistype for capitalization. So let's say I want to place an order for a mesh chair. I will type in chair, I will type in mesh, and I will select to have one mesh chair ordered. We will see that these three items have been purchased, and this is the cost of our order. Now I can open up the produced output file, and I'll see here that one mesh chair was created, but these items were taken from the database, and this is the total cost. If I want to go check and see in the database to see if everything was removed, initially here I had 4 mesh chairs stored in the inventory, and if I refresh it here, we'll see now there is only 1 mesh chair. Also, let's say I wanted to place an order but there's not enough stuff in the inventory. I could request maybe a program and request maybe a lamp. Some desk lamps sound good, and maybe I want 700 of them. Now we'll see that unfortunately there's not enough items in our inventory to fulfill this order, so it'll give us some suggested manufacturers and the program will terminate. To give us a better feel of the functionality of our code, I'm going to pass it off to Michael.
So within our menu class, we have a call to the default constructor for menu, and within that, we end up initializing a connection to the database. We do this in order to check if a user input is valid at the time they input it. We avoided hard coding by using the database this way, and also whether or not an input is valid or invalid gets updated as the program is run and orders are made. After a user inputs a valid furniture item, we can start to build an order.
So building the order begins by instantiating a search inventory object. As we can see in the constructor of the search inventory object, the first thing that we do is create a list of all furniture items of that type from the database. We then generate all the subsets of that set and check each subset as we generate it to see if it successfully fulfills the order. If it does, we put it in a list of valid orders and we go on to the next one. Once we have that list of valid orders, we sort it by cost and then keep track of the information of the cheapest order. And so if that list is empty, then we keep track of the fact that the order could not be fulfilled. Now, if we look back at menu, if we have an invalid order, meaning there's no orders or no order can exist, then we fetch all of the manufacturer names and we output the fact that the order cannot be fulfilled, and then we output all of the manufacturer names to the screen. If the order can be fulfilled, we take the information from the cheapest order and we use it to instantiate a write text object, which creates the output file for the user.